Hi, folks. Welcome to the Cincinnati Razorback Room. Beautiful day in May, getting towards the end of the month. Almost summer upon us, and we're in beautiful downtown Siloam Springs, Arkansas, bringing you another adventure with Star Power Baseball. And today we're going to take a look at the card you see on your screen right now. This card, one of the most fun cards that you can use. I mean, truly it is one of the most fun cards you can use because what it does, very seldom, but sometimes in a game, your batter will spin a three right there. Not very often, but it does happen. And when the batter spins the three, you break out this card right here. Okay? First thing you do is you spin that card. Lands on a number, and then you pick the corresponding card and see what you do. You may never respin, either mechanical or player respin, the result of a three on the batting card. That may not be respun. No matter who spins it, how many times he spins it, or whatever, when it lands on that little tiny wedge, that number three right there, you may not use a respin. Either player respin nor mechanical respin may be used when the three is spun. So the first thing that you will do is spin this card right here, the three card. It's got the 4 threes on it, and on the back of this card, if I'm not mistaken, it says spin this card. So you will spin that card. Pretty simple. You then get a result. On a result of a 1, lands on the 1, this is the number 1. The ball is hit between the outfielders. Spin the outfield disc to determine the location. They collide and the ball rolls to the wall. Spin the Master 3 card. That is, let me just pull it up. I'm going to make life real simple for us here. I'm going to make life real simple. The Master 3 card is that card, okay? So you'll spin that card. Use the batter's S rating. Okay, so we're going to go grab that batter. Let's go grab another batter. This time, we have to go to the back of the card. So let's take Hank Allen here. He's an S2A2, and it says use the batter's S rating. You spin this card once again. If the batter is equal to or exceeds the result, he is safe at home with an inside the park home run. If the batter is lower than the result, the batter is safe at third. So on the result of a 1, it's either going to be a triple or a home run. Very, very easy to see. Either going to be a triple or a home run. Using the S rating right there. S rating of the batter runner. Okay? All right. Put that away. Okay. On the result of a 2. Right there, the number 2. The ball is sharply hit to a middle infielder. Spin the infield card to determine the location. This fielder makes a diving catch, and if any runners are on base, they are all out. This could result in a triple play. No runners will score. So if you have bases loaded, you can pick the runners that get tripled off. If there's nobody out, there's no out. I mean, if there's 1 out, then it would be a double play. If there are 2 outs, then the batter is out on a diving catch. So this is a way that you could get a triple play, is on the number 2. Okay, let's go to the next one. On the number 3, the batter spins a 3 and you spin the number 3. On this one, it says, if the bases are empty, then this is catcher's interference. Spin the batting card, the batter. The offense may elect to use the result of this spin or They may elect to have the batter take first base with runners advancing if forced. Again, it's pretty simple. You don't spin the pitcher again, you spin the batter. If the batter gets a hit or a walk, you take it. If not, it's catcher's interference. All base runners advance if forced. If it's a hit or a walk, you use that and you go to the rule book and you use the results from the rule book. If there are if there are runners on base, then this is a balk. Base runners advance one base, immediately spin the batter, not the pitcher, the batter. If the result is not a hit or a walk, spin the batter one more time using the second results. The rules of the respin apply to these results. What does that mean? On my catcher's interference, when I spin the batter, I might spin a base hit. The pitcher may make him respin if he's got a respin there to use a player respin. The batter spins an out. He may elect to use a respin if he wishes. Remember, if he does not get a hit, then it's catcher's interference. Okay? So the rules of the respin apply. Same thing with the balk. Let's suppose that on the balk, the batter spins a double. The pitcher may make him respin that, and using the rules of the respin. So pretty cut and dry. I checked it out. A balk in Major League Baseball happens approximately 150 to 160 times a year. That is almost every day that the game is being played, a balk is called. Somewhere in the 15 games being played, because there's 162 days in the season, 150 to 160 balks are called. That means one balk is called approximately every 15 games. And if you look at our number 3, that serves it about right. Just to let you know how accurate these are. Okay, our next result is the number 4. The number 4, as you can see on the card, is a large area. So that's the most common occurrence on the 3 card. And on the number 4 card, the batter hits a shallow looper in the outfield. Spin the outfield card to determine the location. Use a location spin. Spin the outfield card again, using that fielder as the fielder of record. And on these results, this is what you do. Very simple. So instead of using the code that's in the rule book, you use the key on the back of the number 4 card. Very simple, very easy to do. Okay? And then you have the number 5. On the number 5, you can see another small space, so not a lot of this happens. One of my favorite things happens on the 5. The ball is hit deep into the outfield. Spin the outfield card to determine where the ball is hit to. This outfielder makes a leaping catch, robbing the base runner of a home run. If there's a base runner on third, less than 2 outs, of course, he'll tag and score. All other runners will hold their bases. The pitcher is so inspired that he gains an additional respin. Even if he doesn't even have a respin, he gets one because he's so excited, so adrenalized by this act by the outfielder that he becomes superhuman for a little while and gains an additional respin. This is just a really cool thing to have happen. So that is the number 3 card, guys. The number 3 card. That's the results that you can get. Okay? Pretty simple stuff. And that doesn't happen very often. I mean, if you'll look at some of these guys, we'll just go through some of these and I'll show you that the 3 is not a really big thing. Here you go. There's Ray Boone, very tiny 3. Who's next here? Pat Borders, little tiny 3. Rick Bassetti, very tiny, really tiny 3. Lyman Bostock, little bitty 3 wedges, little tiny things. So it's not going to happen often, but when it does, it's very, very cool to have it happen. And remember, you may not respin on the batter card the result of a 3 by either a mechanical respin, which is like a walk minus K minus home run minus WH, whatever, on the pitching card, or a player respin. If your batter or pitcher have respins, you may not use it on the result of a 3. So that's it for this week on this episode of Star Power Baseball. I'm Dennis, your host from the Cincinnati Razorback Room, beautiful downtown Siloam Springs, Arkansas. Be sure to tune into our podcast. Check us out on Spotify. Star Power Cast is the name of it. We just have a brand new one released. Also, be sure and check out our Facebook group, Star Power Baseball on Facebook. So be sure and check us out. And until next time, the spin is in. Spin to win. We'll see you next time on Star Power Baseball.